Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan battle video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at, basically we're going to be taking a look at the combination of the transforming cell first form as well as the combination, or I should say, the power of the strength cell perfect form. Now strength cell perfect form is really good. He, I think, just comes at the wrong time for his team, but I think he's really good. And his combination with the EZA, the AGL Cell, which is obviously what they wanted, but the combination is actually still a very good combination. So how Strength Cell works is he is fundamentally a good tanking unit if he is defeated. So if his revive activates, he is actually a really good tanking unit. He will have guard, he will have 15% additional damage reduction, he will have 30% additional damage reduction temporarily when receiving a super, and he has his base damage reduction as well of 20%. So that means he is sitting at about 65% damage reduction with 1.5 million defense with guard. Pretty good. Means he can tank a lot of good strong super attacks. AGL Cell, also pretty good. So AGL Cell, his main mechanism is obviously evasion. Now what's cool about him is that he scales up depending on the amount of enemies you fight. So like I used this event as an example where you're fighting multiple enemies per fight. You can actually use the AGL Cell if you want to back his evasion to kind of be a pseudo tank if you don't feel like using the strength cells revive so early. But generally speaking, strength perfect cell, you'll use him to the point where he'll probably be destroyed by a super attack. Then he'll revive, and then you'll have the perfect cell combination. I think the two of them together make a really good unit because Cell has his domain, which gives tournament participant category enemies and allies 15%, and Android Cell Target category enemies and allies 15%. And this is very good. Like, this obviously is just a flat buff, really, which is great. But what also he really does is he just gives you that stability to let the AGL unit kind of pop off. So the AGL unit kind of then exists, really just being able to do his thing in the second slot. Now obviously if you're facing a boss who can crit, 1.5 million defense and 65% damage reduction is still pretty good. So Cell, at least at this current point in time, post revive and with big bad bosses active, yada, is a really good first slot tank. The unfortunate thing is you can only have one of him, which I think was the only limiting thing of his design. Realistically, they should have made it count for him if he or a friend perfect cell had the revive active, because then that would mean the team can have two incredibly good first slot tanks. We already have a lot of great second slot cells. We also have the tech cell, who is a very good unit, but it would have just made the team, I think, that much better and that much more functional. Perfect Cell though is very good, the strength one, and I think his link set obviously screams great with the AGL one, but it's really just that kind of timing that they're on. It's the way that Strength Cell's active skill kicks in from the 4th turn. It's the way that AGL Cell will be in perfect form very early on, due to the fact that he transforms each turn. It's their link set, incredibly high value link sets, big bad bosses, gentlemen, ultimate life form. You got health recovery, lots of great stuff. It's the simplicity, I think, as well of AGL Cell. You can use that rage mode to kind of really cover for the general, I want to say, damage kind of peaks of the fight, and to kind of manage a little bit maybe when you want to use that revive, because I think that's also something that's crucial. Being able to try and get that revive, not to kick off right in the beginning like you would have seen maybe in this video, but to actually kick off a little bit later. Just give yourself those extra couple turns to kind of let the rest of your team either build up or settle in or just get into the rotations. Together they make a pretty high volume damage rotation as well. Very, very good. AGL Cell, we're looking at 2 or 3 super attacks of 30 million. Strength Cell, depending on your dupes and everything and whether they're bad bosses, etc. But you're looking at, again, 2 or 3 super attacks. Really, really good stuff. And with those, you're looking at around about maybe 18 to 22 million, depending on. So it's all really quite good stuff. And I think for me overall, at least from a functional point of view, I think this combination is very good. I think what it struggles with is team. So overall team compositions that they can be on is just not very good. Like Cell screams to be on a tournament participant's team, or like an Android Cell Saga team, but he doesn't necessarily want to lead that team. He more kind of caters towards that worldwide chaos team. I think that's really where he sits, but then he leads Accelerate Battle. So Strength Cell Perfect Form doesn't really lead categories that kind of align with that. And Cell First Form leads Power Absorption, which is a really strong team. But from Power Absorption is that it's only running at a 170% lead then, because Cell leads androids and a lot of androids don't make up that team. So if this pairing gets a good lead, like maybe just like a flat 220% worldwide chaos or something, I think you'll see these guys used a lot, because they are a really good combo to run together. They work incredibly well. So yeah,